back to Around the Bush, the premium show where I give you the latest updates. You guys get to ask some questions, I get to answer them, and we get to share this intimate moment, just me and you, my lovely bushes. You can find the topics for today's video in the description down below as always, and let's get down to it. First one, Samurai Showdown. We had a tournament coming up this Saturday, tomorrow actually, which is why Around the Bush is happening on a Thursday. This is an exception, it's not a new rule. Around the Bush is usually on Fridays, but we moved this tournament to Friday since I am going to be out on Saturday. And because we moved the tournament, we also moved Around the Bush. Unfortunately, 4 people signed up, so that's not enough. So the tournament is officially canceled. Boop, boop, boop. Oh well, that's a bummer. But yeah, that's just the way it goes, right? Samurai Showdown wasn't the smash hit I think we were hoping it would be. It's still a solid game. I think mechanics-wise it is fantastic. But the netcode kind of let us all down, and the single-player content is kind of thin. There will be a review after Around the Bush. The review will go live on the channel. It's ready. So yeah, unfortunately no Samurai Showdown tournament, but there's always the open tournament slot. Speaking of, we'll get there later. First, thanks UNIST. What is this topic? Thanks UNIST. So for the second time this month, we had a UNIST tournament planned and it didn't happen. So we had this one, it didn't happen, lack of signups. We had this one, 8 people signed up on the open tournament slot, and like 2 of them showed up. I am kind of done trying UNIST, guys. I'm really kind of done trying UNIST. I know it's a fan favorite, and I know there's a very passionate group of people on the server, but I think until we grow a bit more and potentially get a few more UNIST players, we're kind of done. We're going to leave it to the open tournament slots, and we're just removing them from this, the tournament rotation. And I think if I'm not directly involved with a game, and that doesn't mean that I have to play it, if I'm not like organizing a tournament or something, more often than not, the tournament doesn't happen. Like this Storm 4, I think, was the perfect example. We had like 10 people last time. I know some people here on the server signed up specifically for this Storm 4 tournament. Ricardini is the example I'm looking at right now. He won the last tournament. And we had no signups. I mean, Samey is still around, and maybe stuff happened and they couldn't sign up. But because I wasn't here and I wasn't live streaming, maybe it's not worth it. That brings us to the title of today's Around the Bush. We're spread too thin. We're playing too much stuff. And I think it's about time we bring this community back together and we focus on what we have in common instead of trying to cover too much ground. So with that in mind, we're going to be going back to the roots a little bit as far as the tournament rotations go. And we're going to stop trying to experiment so much with UNIST, Storm 4. Like, we'll have those on the open tournament slot if it makes sense. But we're going to stop trying to, force these tournaments that have a very passionate group of people, but maybe not enough players to make them happen. Okay. So speaking of the open tournament slot, that is the next topic. This open tournament slot I liked it a lot. We had a Mario Kart tournament opening up the tournament day, and then we moved on to Rocket League, and it was awesome. There were 2 other tournaments happening on the background. That was UNIST and For Honor. UNIST, I already talked about it. Like 2 people showed up, so the tournament was completely canceled. And for Honor, we had 6 signups, which was the bare minimum, and 2 of them missed. 2 of them didn't show up, or rather, 1 didn't show up, and the other one was playing Rainbow Six Siege at tournament time. Which, okay. So we had a 4-person tournament. I still gave out a prize, but I'm not gonna host 4-person tournaments. So on open tournament slots, we're gonna focus on 1 game, and it's the 1 game that gets the most votes. I'm still gonna open the voting for every game you guys want. Everything is eligible, but we're gonna focus on 1 tournament, maybe 2 if it's like a Mario Kart Rocket League situation where we could just dish out Mario Kart in 20 minutes and then focus on Rocket League. Like, if it happens like that, I'm willing to put 2 tournaments in there, but generally the open tournament slot is going to be limited to 1 tournament. Okay? So all of that in mind, bringing us closer together, focusing on the games that we have in common. Everyone's free to play whatever they want, but in this community and the events that we're going to be creating, I think we need to focus a bit more, because now I feel like we're spread too thin. Like some people are playing one thing over there, some people are playing something else over there, and the fighters tournaments used to be the moment where everyone came together. Even like people who weren't that good at fighters, they were willing to enter tournaments to learn more, and we kind of built a community with that idea in mind. I think by trying to have all of this different stuff, we have successfully broken the server down into different groups almost. Like some people like the Sol, for instance. He goes between Smash and Dragon Ball FighterZ pretty easily. So because he's pretty versatile. But there's a lot of people here that are just here for My Hero or are just here for Smash, as far as tournaments go, not as far as the content and, you know, premium shows and all that. So I think it's time to look at what I'm thinking in terms of calendar for July. This is a preview. This is not final. So we're going to be focusing on fighters. My Hero usually surprises me, so I'm going to keep My Hero here. Smash, unfortunately, I cannot stream this one. I had to make the Smash sacrifice. I missed the last fighters tournament, and I missed the last My Hero tournament. And I was present at the Smash tournament. So this day, I am not available. I'm actually on vacation this whole week. So I had to sacrifice the Smash tournament. I apologize for that. Kill La Kill comes out on Friday. We're going to have like a day 2 tournament. So for everyone who's interested, everyone who gets the game, please sign up, because no one's going to know how to play it. It's going to be a complete surprise. But the one game outside of this rotation is Mortal Kombat, because I think we still have a good active community on Mortal Kombat. And that's pretty much the rotation. Fighters, My Hero, Smash, Mortal Kombat. And then open tournament slot. By keeping the rotation smaller, we get to repeat tournaments more often. We get the open tournament slot more often. And I think we end up focusing the community, or we end up making events for games where the community is more involved. And that is pretty much my idea. Now, why is this a preview and not final? Because of this 17th of July, Panty Shot special episode. I've said I'm on vacation here. I have plans for a special episode here, but I have not confirmed with Warwick. Doesn't even know about it. I need to talk to him. So until I confirm that, this calendar isn't final. But everything else should pretty much be final so far. By the way, there's Anime Expo happening here on this weekend. And I could do live reactions if we get to 200 bushes. Anyway, with that, you know about it? Oh yeah, you know about it. That's right. Yeah, but we still need to plan. We still need to plan stuff. Anyway, with that, we reached this portion of this show where you guys get to ask any questions that you might have, any burning questions. If you want to come over here to voice chat, I'm in Bush to talk if you want to ask a voice question. If you are not watching live, leave a comment, because I always check the previous video for comments. Last week, we have no additional comments, so we move on to voice chat questions and also live chat questions. I'll give you a panty shot. I'll give you a panty shot, Glob. Thank you, Maple. I look forward to the panty shot. And it's gone. So, Globku, you done the math of when Janemba could release yet? Gonna show you, again, no promises, but this is my planning. Broly moveset predicts. That comes out on Friday. SamSho review comes out today. Next week, I have a video planned here. Look at that. So I haven't done the research yet, but that's gonna be a video. And ignore the rest, because it's just ideas that I write down, okay? And I'm not guaranteeing any of those videos are coming out. What are your thoughts on that Striker update? A new ninja tool, that is sort of an obvious addition that I think, yeah, I mean, it's amazing, but it also feels like, yeah, why didn't we think of this before? This is actually kind of an awesome addition. Like, everyone in this particular class is going to be able to use a new ninja tool. It sounds like a nightmare to balance, honestly, but they're releasing it as like a beta test, sort of, and that's kind of awesome. And what you said about the outfits, I haven't checked it out for myself yet, but removing the stats from outfits and putting them somewhere else gives you the freedom to dress up as you like and still get the bonus you would like to get. So nothing but good things to say about the update. That said, that's not enough to make new content. Might be enough to bring me back for a game or two, but not make new videos. Broly beam assist, you coward. I have good news. This will be covered in the video of the Broly moveset prediction. Not only does Broly have a beam, he uses it 4 times during the movie. He has a mouth beam, he has a one-handed beam, a two-handed beam. So chances are we could see a beam. Is it his assist? Find out next time on Dragon Ball FighterZ. Do you think it's a good idea to use panties on your head for your audience's entertainment? No. I know you generally require bushes for a change in schedule, but how about we trade 2 tournaments a month for one day where we just have fun with you on a movie, a JoJo episode, or just fun game? Okay, which tournaments would you sacrifice though? I like the changes that we made to make tournaments weekly. Like, that really helps. I think not only is that cool to know, oh, every Saturday there's something happening over on Bush City. And it also helps me plan my week. Because it's like Saturday, I know there's a tournament, I know I'm going to be busy on a regular basis. If I start not being busy sometimes, it gets a bit confusing. Especially because, you know, I need... Oh, are you free this Saturday? I don't know. Let me check my... But that said, one thing I was thinking about, Titan, was actually giving you guys more premium content, but not on a regular basis. So what does that mean? Let's look at this calendar. Let's say one upcoming tier reward is movie night, all right? And we have a movie night every Monday, okay? Instead of me waiting to reach that tier, I might occasionally, whenever I have a free schedule, just schedule, oh, we're going to do a movie night right here. Like, we're just going to do it. I'm free, I have the time, I can do it. But with a caveat of, this is not a regular thing. This is only when I have free time, okay? So you cannot be like expecting it once a month. You cannot expect it once every 2 months. Like, there's no expectation, there's no regular schedule. But whenever I'm free, I think I'm gonna start being a little less cheap with the premium content. I thought that was a cool thing to do. That said, I think I'll have time for a movie bush around this month, which again is why this calendar is not final yet. I still need to figure it out. Next. I can't talk on Discord. Maple? I can't talk. Yes, but you wrote it. You wrote... My brain. Oh, at 300 bushes, will you open up your armpits to our love? I'll open them up right now. Look at this. Shaved armpits. Like, sexy armpits. Oh, yeah. Look at that bicep. Shaved armpits. Let's go. Oh, you can't talk in voice chat. Oh, yeah. It's push to talk. Oh, you should be able to. Shit. Are you not? Edit channel. Permissions. Yeah. No, everything's fine. Hey, Maple. Push to talk. Find your push to talk key. And then let's talk. Who will be sacrificed? Okay, what else? I mean, this way you pay less a month and add value for going premium. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So that has to do with the idea I was talking about. Glob, help Maple on voice. I don't know how. Maple, things to check out. All right, so click settings. Nope, not here. Down here, settings. Okay, then voice. Is your voice coming through? It should show a green line here. And then you change to push to talk. And what's your mouse shortcut? Mine is mouse 3. And as I press mouse 3, I can talk. So that's, yeah, that's kind of it. If everything's done correctly, it should work. I don't know what else to say. It isn't inputting my voice. Okay, might be a microphone problem. Hang on. Try now. I've moved you to a channel where you don't have to use push to talk. So if push to talk isn't your problem, then it might be your microphone. Try to solve it. We'll be here. So what next? Go help Maple. It's just less frequent. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Just less frequent tournaments. It's still a sacrifice I wouldn't necessarily make. I think tournaments are cool. I like them. Not only as like a promotional tool to be like, hey guys, we have a tournament of this thing going on. Sign up. But also as it's cool to play in tournaments. I like it a lot. What? No. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? No. It's updating my drivers. What? I didn't ask for any. God. Feels sad global having to pay $50 each month with how few bushes we have. What do you mean? For tournaments? The tournaments are tied. The prize pool for tournaments are tied to signups, which means it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm never spending more on tournaments than you guys are spending on me. Never send pictures on Discord. They remove content. Try to avoid. Turn talking voice. Biceps. That's a screenshot. Bit of hair makes everything better. You're a Dark Souls fan. Do you want Elden Ring to be a Dark Souls style game, or do you want Soft to branch out? I think Soft has already branched out with Sekiro. I think there have been a ton of different companies trying to make Souls-like and replicating that feeling. Some more successful than others, but From Software themselves have always been in the forefront of innovation. They did it first with Bloodborne. Like, okay, we have a template, we have this thing, everyone's trying to copy our style, bam. This is how it's done. Bloodborne came out. And then Sekiro came out, which, again, there's the DNA of a Souls game in there, but they changed it so much and in such an interesting way that FromSoft is just ahead of the curve when it comes to Souls-like games. And they're doing it again with Elden Ring. They've already said, yeah, there's some DNA there, but it's a very different game from Dark Souls. And that's what I want to see from Software from now until eternity. They are geniuses. I forget how many styles of games FromSoft used to make. Nah, that's fine. I wasn't a big fan of the others. I have rigged that set, and I go to sleep watching YouTube videos. I think I rolled over on my mic boom because it's bent to hell. I'll buy a new one. Maybe run some tests before you throw it out. Let me see if I can help you. So, at the bottom of the screen, you should see a sound icon like that. And you just press sounds. I know this is in Portuguese. From sounds, you go to recording. And whenever you speak, you should see some lines here. If those lines show up, then it means the microphone is working. And the problem might be with Discord or how the two devices are interacting. So don't throw it away right away. Check if you see green lines first. You still a fan of Platinum games? Absolutely, yeah. I have some Astral Chain on the calendar, which is why I told you guys. No promises, but I got Astral Chain on the calendar here. And then if we move on to next month, there's a release. I marked it. I marked the release of games that interest me, not games that I'm going to cover necessarily. So, Control, for instance, I'm very interested, but I'm definitely not covering Control. Oninaki, maybe. We'll see. How many good games does Bandai have under their belt, and how many bad games do they have? You work for them, so you know. All the Bandai games are good. I work for them, so that's what I must say. Just checked on discount and sounds. Nope, it's borked. Okay. Shane Maple, did you want to ask anything in voice chat, or are you just here to troll me as usual? One day. One day. Okay. Maple's too sweet to troll. BS. I think we both know the answer to that. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Okay, I think that's it. I want to thank you guys for your continued support. Thank you very much for being a part of the family. As always, every week, I'm talking about changes, I'm talking about updates. We'll slowly get there. I forgot to include a topic in today's thing, so I'm going to start with that topic. We've done enough testing on this league format. We're ready to expand it to every single league. So you might see changes in the future. Also, all this rule stuff will be rewritten. I don't know when, but whenever me and Rini are going to have the time, we're going to be changing everything. And the new league format is going to be this, because it's much better. Okay. Who in the comment pass do you think you might be interested in? Honestly, no one. Honestly, no one. What? Did Maple ever get a hentai line in the panty shot? Maple left early. Maple left after like the first line. So, I don't know her shit. If she shows up for the next one, I'll make sure to do it. I died laughing. And now you're back. Not into the King of Edge Lord Spawn. No, definitely not into Spawn. Let me look at the DLC list. Mortal Kombat season. Oh wait, it's not been fully announced, right? Oh yeah, it's been. Okay. So it includes Nightwolf, more or less. But not really. In the end, it includes Nightwolf, Sindel, and Spawn. Yeah, don't care. Don't care at all. At all. We all know Ash and Lady Goro are the last two. Who's Ash? Panty Shot's one of the greatest shows on Premium. I'm not gonna say it. There's something coming for next week. Not the show, but on Around the Bush. I'm not gonna jump the gun. I'm not ready to announce it. Ash from Evil Dead? Whatever. Whatever. It's not a big deal. I don't want to cause too much anticipation. I have a community challenge for you guys, and it's basically making a premium show tier list. But I'll have everything ready by next week, so you can just click a link and make your own tier list. That will sort of, you know, give me an idea of where everyone's head is at. Also, in case you didn't notice, Panty Shots every single Wednesday of this month, and this is actually the show ending. It ends at the end of July. So the show that comes in August is going to be influenced by the tier lists. Can I see your PC specs? Sure. This is my editing PC. I do not game here. Alright, I got an i7 6700K, 16 gigs of RAM, and then we got what do I got here? I think a 960. Oh, a 1060, I think. Yeah, GTX 1060 for graphics card. My gaming, I have a 1080 Ti, and then the rest is pretty much the same. Yeah. Should it say Petty Shot Season 1 end? You're assuming a Season 2 is coming. Jokes aside, I think Panty Shot has taught us something, as ridiculous as that might sound. And that is the idea of every episode could be the first episode, right? You can join on episode 4, and you don't need to have watched the previous ones. And I like that idea a lot, and I'm going to keep that in mind for future shows. The exception is going to be Rinnigan playing through the Bloodborne DLC, because I already promised that, but for future shows, I'm definitely going to keep that in mind. We all also learned that we are sadistic. No, I already knew that about you guys. Maybe you discovered that about yourselves, but yeah. I knew it. I knew it. Did you notice Kratos has a Majin chain? Yeah, you'll find out why. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you guys next time.